size of that thing.
Size. There's nothing special about the size of this game cartridge. Hello there. Subjects of the Empire, that's how they introduce every episode of Imperial Propaganda. And guys, we better start practicing greeting each other that way if we're all going to defect over to the Empire. As for me, I'm still trying to beat this game, Super Star Wars, for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And I'm not sure if it's even possible. If I can beat this game, then it means we have a chance to defeat the Empire for real.
Welcome to part 3 of our playthrough of Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. We now have all 3 unlockable characters, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Chewbacca. We are playing as Han because we think his jumping is better than Luke's. So we are now in the hangar bay. If you remember the movie, they of course just hit aboard the Falcon, knocked out some stormtroopers, and took their armor. Here, you have to make your way across the entire hangar bay, while droids and TIE fighters come and get you. Down there is a little spider-type droid. They're a tougher foe, but they usually give you a big heart. Each time they give you a big heart, which you'll need. We are using the Ion Pulse gun. You notice there's little platforms here because you have to jump over those ballast pits. There you just saw a TIE fighter. Well, first let's talk about that thing on the bottom there. That's another droid. It looks like, I don't know, to me I thought like a vacuum of some sort. And the TIEs basically will fly through, lots of them. If they touch you, you of course lose health, so you have to sort of super jump over the TIE fighter. Which means they did that first before Rey did that in the Rise of Skywalker movie. Oops. Okay, here comes some stormtroopers now. Just leave those off there. Yeah, some of them stormtroopers, as you see there, the basic tactic is they will leap down, turn their heads both ways, and then just sort of run, you know. And sometimes they will, I see there, they will just jump into the pits, or they'll just run right into them. Yep, another still self-stormtrooper. 2 of them, actually. This can be the hardest level to do if you can't do your super jumps correctly. Of course, now a little laser type droid will pop out of the pit to take a shot at you. Okay, boss fight? I think it's, yeah, boss fight. So this is the Imperial defense droid. Um, this same design also shows up, I believe, in one of the role-playing books, possibly the Rebel Alliance supplement from West End Games. I might be wrong. There, I think it's just listed as a cargo lifter droid or something. So I think this is probably one of those kind of concept droid designs they probably had, and they reused it in the RPG book, and they used it in this video game. So here, Han's tactic is basically sit behind it in a corner and it shoots rear because well, the front is dangerous there. You can sort of stay out its way of its stomp attack, so it can't stop you from that point. But it will shoot little missiles. You just gotta try to hopefully shoot them before they shoot you. Oh, you got stabbed there. But I think we're gonna get it. There we go. Another droid defeated. So now, rescue the princess. So we're in the detention block. Flop this time here. So there's a Roomba type droid there. Okay, so this thing here, you'll notice that our lives dropped considerably. I think we're at 76, now it's 71. All because of these things right here. So the ceiling will come down and, slam down like that. It's pretty much instant death. If you're off to the side, you might be able to just get glazing blow like there. But if your life bar is low, that's enough to kill you. If you direct hit, you'll be smashed entirely. And when you get hit by those things, you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the level. And that's why you have a bunch of lives and you save the game, which you can't do on the original version of this game. A tactic to work for that is to roll under it while it goes up, and then super jump out of the way. Mouse droids there, um, they really don't hurt you that much, but they will sort of push you. Okay, and elevators. So we jump on this elevator. We take them all up. Oh, there's an interrogation droid. They will fly around and, zap you with their electrical probes. So I'm not sure what these elevators are attached to. They just sort of float in random patterns, and they seem to be flying on their own. Hey, new droid. So sort of saw it there. Spider type droid. Kind of a little tougher to defeat. And you see our health bar is really low. Of course, the little wall lasers there can hurt you too. Okay, we're just trying to time it. Roll, and then jump. Maybe we were... oh, health didn't help us much. Okay, another right up. Okay, we're gonna keep jumping. And we do need some more health. Local droid attack there. So you notice our health bar increased. That's because we died and we had to restart part. There's spider, I guess what we call spider robots or man-spider droids. So you notice all the foes are droid base, and you only have the stormtroopers. You think like maybe they could have added the little black-suited Imperial guys, but it's just stormtroopers and these multiple types of different droids. And one of the things many of these droids do is when you're up here on this edge here and you're waiting for the right time to make the roll through, a lot of these droids will sort of push you a little bit when they touch you. And that little push can be enough to push you over there to get yourself smashed. Now we're going to try it. Just gotta wait the right moment. There we go. So, one thing this game does is that you don't get to, save the princes. Well, you get to save the princes, but you don't get to go down to the garbage disposal and fight the Dinoda. And one thing this game doesn't have is Obi-Wan as a playing character. So you will do some of the tasks that Obi-Wan does, which is part of the next stage. Just some health damage there. And we went back for the blaster power up, which is kind of a big risk. And now we are going back here because we are just trying to collect some health. Of course, we'll have to fight these bad guys again because every time you go back, bad guys will respawn. Okay, we're going to try to go for it now. Okay, we are almost at the end of this level. And here comes another boss battle. The Detention Guard boss, which is a stormtrooper piloting this weird looking type hover vehicle. Shoots little missiles off the sides, and little electricals down there, and stormtroopers will jump out the side. So it's not hard to defeat, but now we gotta fight this other thing, and that's pretty easy. Okay, that's it for this stage and for this part of our playthrough. But first, Princess Leia, I'm here to rescue you. I've got your archers with the secret plans of the Death Star. Now we must deactivate the tractor beam and escape.